Welcome back to week 2 of our previews for week 2 of the NFL season. I apologize. We weren't able to get a whole lot out this week. We had family over, my nieces and my niece and my nephews. I am the defending uncle of the year 2 times running now, so I got a reputation to uphold. So with the family in town, I apologize for not getting a whole lot out, but I love the family time. So anyway, we're talking about our week 2 preview for the New York Giants versus the Carolina Panthers. This one's going to be a lot of fun because you have, on one hand, you have the New York Giants with Brian Daboll and company. It was like, okay, in week 1, it was the fact that Daniel Jones wasn't the problem. In fact, Saquon Barkley benefited greatly from what the Giants were able to do with the Tennessee Titans, against the Tennessee Titans, excuse me. So, I mean, it was kind of impressive. You talk about Daniel Jones, who went 17 of 21 for 188 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and then Saquon, well, he did the rest. The touchdown then also had that 2-point conversion to seal it. Daniel Jones, again, he wasn't the problem. He was definitely a bright spot of that. And, when you got Saquon, who's going to play like this, and he's going up against a good defense that the Panthers do have, it's going to be really interesting because despite the fact of how tough that Panthers defense is, they just got done giving over 140 yards to Nick Chubb and then over 45 to Kareem Hunt respectively. So we're talking about, I'm not great at math, so 187 yards on 33 carries and a touchdown to the Browns. I mean, it wasn't pretty, but and Jacoby Brissett clearly wasn't the reason that they won that game. And then you go over to the Panthers Panthers, there we go. Baker Mayfield, rocky start. It is what it is. 16 of 27, 235, a touchdown, 1 pick. Christian McCaffrey, he honestly was kind of a spark. Had 10 carries, 33 yards, and a touchdown. And I think he's going to be someone that you really want to keep an eye on moving forward because he's going to be a lot of fun too. So, you know what? I really felt like this was a really good good week 2 matchup. You've got 2 teams here that are rearing to go. Both of them have very respectable running games and very respectable running backs in that manner. Quarterback situation, not so much. We'll figure that out as the season goes along, but I would be hard-pressed to say that both of these have their quarterbacks of the future, at least for the time being. So, yes, both offenses going up here. DJ Moore as well as Robbie Anderson, the main weapons there for a guy like Baker Mayfield. But Christian McCaffrey, like we said, he was a guy that really stepped up to me and showed me why he's still a back that you got to really contend with. And then, yes, Saquon Barkley, all those guys, Kenny Golladay, Kadarius Toney, Wan'Dale Robinson, Daniel Jones, yes, and yes. Like I said, I felt like, did I put Davis Webb as a quarterback? I meant to say practice squad there. But anyway, I think when you take a look at both of these teams' offenses, I think you're excited. But I think you are, if we're being real here, I feel like the Giants, I just don't know. Like, their offensive line excites me, but at the same time, like, where is Daniel Jones going to take them? And then defensively, yes, I know that Kayvon Thibodeau is still out, but I'm still really excited for guys like Brian Burns. And then on the flip side of that, Azeez Ojulari. I know I'm not even close to saying that right, so I apologize. But there is so much young, talented players on both of these defenses that I think you're going to really want to watch out for. So you're probably asking yourself, Colton, keys to the game. Obviously stopping the run for both teams. It's whoever can run the ball, in my mind, and keep the ball out of the other team's running offense is really going to win the game. So when you talk about both these quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield and Daniel Jones at this point, we saw some good things from Baker. He laid out that 75-yard touchdown strike to a guy like Robbie Moore last week, and it was impressive. But I don't see either one of these quarterbacks taking over, and these defenses are both young and fast, and it's going to be really interesting. But I do think if either one of these teams can establish the run, they're going to be a lot of fun. And I think that both of them have relatively solid secondaries as well. So you're not. As long as both teams can get after it in the run game, and if both teams do, it's going to be very, very interesting because if I'm being honest, I don't know at least to how both teams are built to come back from behind because, again, both quarterbacks, the offensive lines, and both units, both teams, to me, really still are unproven, even though Ike Ekwonu, I know he had a rough week last week against a guy like Myles Garrett, but I still have my questions just around the rest of this offensive line, not even just about Ike, but I think he's going to come back nicely. Brady Christensen had over a 65.0 PFF grade. Pat Elflein, former Vikings fan, I can tell you, I don't know. So the both of these offensive lines, even though you got Andrew Thomas, Joshua Azedu, as well as as Evan Neal. You got him in the first round this year. I'm really excited to see what this all looks like when you talk about you put all these rookies together, you put all this talent together, and really see what you got. So it is. I know it might be a game that is doesn't have a lot of people's eyes, but I think that this is still going to be a very, very good game and a lot of different rights here that people really need to make sure that they are, being aware of. So yes, the game starts at 11 a.m. That is Mountain Time, so it's probably 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock your guys' time, whatever time zone you guys are in. But we're really excited for it. I think it's going to be a solid matchup. Two teams that are rebuilding and going to be, I think both could be potentially contenders moving forward. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our Week 2 preview of the New York Giants versus the Carolina Panthers.